Hello. Today we are going to be talking about creating more collaboration in our business. As part of this series, there are two other masterclasses, workshops, whatever you call them, where I talk more in depth around being a guest expert and also networking. And really, this kind of pulls it all together, but also talks a little bit more around things like summits and bundles and things like that. But there is a bit of an overlap because that's the whole thing about what we're doing. We're looking at how we can collaborate with other businesses. So today we are also talking about turning collaboration into sales by looking at things around summits and bundles, but remembering that this is about working with others to grow together. So we are covering what is a collaboration funnel, how some summits, bundles and joint offers fit in, what to be mindful of, and how to create these partnerships. So you can also go down into creating a whole offering that you work together on. That's a new offer that you've got common things. So we're just going to talk a little bit around those kinds of things today. And yes, it is a little bit more about the monetization side. But it's also about building relationships and collaborations. If you don't know me by now, my name is Emma Sidney, and if you've watched two of the other videos, you will have also seen me talk in those about who I am. So I'm Mum to Ember. I'm a business designer, and I'm all about how you can improve your business, and that's what I work on. So I cover quite a lot of different areas, and I know sometimes I've had people go, oh, you're covering what I'm covering. I'm always covering it from the point of view of how you can improve. And also my whole thing is about an umbrella, if you like, and I want to be able to collaborate and work and pass business to others who are more specialist, who are going to help you go deeper in those specialist areas, but I help you initially to improve them. And that's the point, because ultimately it's about all those different areas of your business, your messaging, your offers, your funnels, your marketing, your systems, your finances, identifying what can be done differently and what's not working and where you want to go. And that's the bit I do. And as I say, then I really want to grow my own collaborative community where I can pass others on to those who are more specialist than me. I've had 3 businesses as a jewelry maker, as a nutritional life coach, and now this one as a business designer. And the reason I have that depth and breadth of experience and knowledge, because I was an internal auditor, which basically is going into businesses and looking at what they can do to do better, but on a corporate level. And I've also done NLP and timeline therapy and been a coach, so I bring the human touch to it. And hopefully if you've watched all 3, you've learned something different in all 3. Right, come on. So what is a collaboration funnel? So it's really about co-creating opportunities. It can be something that can be a bit more scary, but you know what? It's about working together to offer things, and to maybe, as I say, you can do it through summits, through bundles, but it is really about working together and having that clear collaboration. It's taking things to another level in some respects. So it is a shared path that brings new people into your world because you're working together. Examples, and I've already covered some of these, co-hosted workshops or training, shared bundles, events, yes, summits, referral partnerships. So you can look at, I suppose, would potentially, yeah, referral stuff would come into this. I'm not saying we've heard that, I'm just, sorry, affiliate stuff is the word I was looking for, could come into this, although that's more of a hands-off thing than a potential referral partnership. You know, things like this, guest email swaps, things like that. So we are going a bit deeper on that whole collaboration. Why can it work well? Because it reaches new audiences. It's also nice to have somebody to work with sometimes and to have that partnership and to build that community, because we don't need to work together, apart rather. I'm a huge believer that you can have 10 people with very similar businesses in a room. And actually, if we work together, it would really magnify what we do. But you know, everyone will have that slightly different angle, and the world is a very big place. So there's plenty of work for everyone. I definitely truly believe that. I know it's not necessarily something that's that popular. So let's talk about, some ideas around this. So you can do some more of a visibility collaboration, which is like guest spots, bundles, summits, podcast features. And we've talked a little bit more about some of the sort of thinking around how you can position yourself in the guest expert presentation. Yes, you could do co-hosted workshops, mini challenges, joint masterclasses, and then also you can look at how you can monetize it more with joint offers, shared memberships, and affiliate partnerships, that kind of thing. Sorry, my screen's over there, you see. So I'm just going to talk a little bit more detail about summits. So there's two approaches to being involved in a summit. There is being a host, and again, you can do this in partnership. There's being a speaker, and they can be a great way for reach. They do need to have a boundary, and to be fair, that applies to a lot of collaborative partnerships. You need to be setting out the terms, the workload, all of this. There needs to be a very clear theme, aligns with the offer. You do need to be selective about who you are bringing on board. Make sure your tech is simple and there are follow-ups. So really think about that. And that's the same for a bundle as well. So a bundle, just in case you don't know, is where you bring together people and there's a bundle of offerings, a summary. So it could be freebies, it could be low-cost things. A summit is more like speakers and stuff like that. Both can be evergreen. Both, there's lots of different things. You do need to watch out for some of the pitfalls in some of this. So where you end up doing a lot of the work, there's no clear follow-up, making sure everybody knows what to expect and is going to deliver. So before agreeing to any kind of collaboration, make sure that it aligns with your current focus. Make sure you're very clear about your goal and how that is going to support you and whether you have capacity to do it, and also for the follow-ups. You really do need to extra energy in this. So collaboration can be a very powerful tool, as I've already mentioned, but you do need to be mindful of these things. So let's have a little look at a simple collaboration flow. So you meet, connect with an aligned peer, create something valuable together, both share it with your audiences, and then you both follow up with next step or offers. So let's look at how you can measure the success of a collaboration, whether it's new subscribers or clients, invitations or opportunities, more stronger relationships, and how it felt, because we do need to be having some kind of tangible results. So your quick task is, or if it'll go on to it, pick one collaboration idea that excites you, write down who you could partner with, what the shared benefit is, what the next step might be. Choose something light and doable, not something that's going to add a lot to your plate. And then a bonus one is to share your collaboration idea in the group and see who might want to explore it to you, or even reach out to somebody if you've got somebody in mind. So there you go. Have a lovely day, and I will see you soon.